2 years. That was 2 years ago. Amazing how time flies. And amazing to think that 5 months from now we'll get to frame another one. Here's to 2016, where we relive and renew all our memories. And here's to 2014, where we made them. I was dreaming one night of your brown hair and your bright eyes, how you saved me from the bad times. I was lonely, I had no hope till I was 20, but you saved me. I was lonely, I still love you. When we're 80, I will still love you. Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time when you said you'd never let me go? Do you remember the time when I hugged you until we both cried? Do you remember the time when the world was yours and mine? Were you dreaming last night of my blonde hair and my dark eyes? I could hear you pacing through my mind, 'cause we're in sync. Do you remember back in 1-4 how you saved me when I was lonely? Were you lonely? Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time and all of the places we would go? Do you remember the time when we laughed so much that we both cried? Do you remember the time when the world was yours and mine? Sat by the river, the world around us kept moving, but for us time didn't pass. Looked at each other, our souls intertwined. Please say that's still on your mind. Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time as if it was just days ago? Do you remember the time of moments so sweet that we both cried? Do you remember the time when the world was yours and mine? Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time when I said I'd never let you go? Do you remember the time when you hugged me until we both cried? Do you remember the time when 2014 was yours and mine? Happy anniversary.